your chakra work? Do you love them? Have you learned, are you starting to like weave them in? Are you in the stage of like, what the fuck are chakras? And like, what is going on here? So in this meditation mastery session, you're going to learn both of those. You're not learn, but just, or maybe learn, experience for the first time, or maybe this is the third, fourth, fifth, whatever, but this is going to be a brand new way of doing chakra meditation. I am so excited to share it with you. Like I am so excited. I read this last night. I found out this technique because I gave this book out to somebody and they never gave it back to me. So I went and bought another one because it's my favorite. This is at Ollie's, but you can get it on Amazon. Vicky Howie on Amazon. I will share the link. This is the best chakra book I've ever had, and I have a lot of them. This is my favorite. Okay, so real quick though, to do this practice, why do you want to do it? Like, I want to give you guys a picture or something that if you, right now, if you're in your life where you're feeling frustrated, like you're just not feeling the best, you're not feeling in alignment, you're just feeling like something's missing, or you're frustrated, you're stuck, or maybe you just you're tired of seeing the same things happening over and over. That is a good indication that it's time to sit with yourself. And maybe it doesn't look like this. Maybe it's just you. And honestly, I do suggest that you work with either, if it's deep trauma to where you're not able to function really well, you're not productive in your life, go to a therapist. It is your responsibility, right? When we feel this way, we have to remember it's not anyone else's responsibility to make us feel better. So this is one of the practices that we can do, and do it, like figure out what works for us, and then our experience gets a lot more fucking amazing. And here's an example. When we're in alignment with our true nature, with our love, with our intuition, when we're in flow, like when we know we're reconnected with our soul, we've healed, we've started to peel back the layers, we know we have this safe place. But when you start to operate from that place of non-attachment to anyone needing to do, be, think, anything a certain way, when we start to take the time and invest our energy and our attention into taking care of ourselves, when we start to pay attention to ourselves, what starts to happen, and when you drop expectations, you tap into that in creative flow of things. And here's what happens. The first time this happened for me, it was when I walked into TJ Maxx. First, let me tell you, it used to be awful for me to shop at TJ Maxx or anywhere where I had a lot of options. Who else has ever dealt with this? I think I'm going to go live with this on my personal page, but where you have a hard time. You go into a store and you're like, there's so many options. The more options I have, the worse it is. By the way, if you need to see a visual of the chakras, here we go. I brought this out with me today, so that way I know it helps for my... So anyway, you walk into a store and you're like, what the fuck? I want all these things. So this was like 2 years ago, I think, almost. A year and a half ago, I walked into TJ Maxx and I saw a purse. Like a purse. It had flowers on it. I have it. It's upstairs. Like, I walked in. I needed a purse. I went and grabbed that purse because I loved it, because it went along with me. I'm my personal brand, and I'm going to talk about it like that. We all have a personal brand, but it went with how I was feeling. I liked the pink, the rose pink. I liked the flowery. I liked the softness. I liked the beige color in it, and I got it, and I went and I bought it. I went to the register and bought it. Like, I was in there for like 5 minutes. Oh wait, I think I bought a dress too. I did, because there was a dress. But I was in there 5 minutes. Boom, bang, done. I knew what I wanted. I saw it. I took it, and I did the thing. And then I'm doing pictures in that dress. I haven't done it yet, but that's the thing I want to take pictures in. Anyway, another example. Like, that's what happens when you are connected with your true nature, with your truth. Okay, and with your soul, when you're reconnected with your soul, when you're operating from a place beyond like where you're just so sure of yourself. Like you feel secure, you feel safe. Oh, you guys. So then another thing that happened. So about 3 months ago when I got my car, when I went to the dealership, I went to DeLong. And I knew for a couple months, I was like, I got to get a new car. I hate, like, my car, my truck. I love her. She's still running and someone else has her. But I was like, I have to get a new car. So on lunch break, 3 months ago, March 6th, I went to that parking lot of DeLong, or not parking lot, car lot. And I saw my car that I wanted. I mean, I looked around for a minute, but then I saw the Journey and I sat in it. And I drove it, and I came back, and I was like, I want it. And so he's like, let's see what we can do. And my credit hasn't been the best. All right, that's what I've been working on. My credit has not been. It's been like 580 for like, I don't know, a couple years. It hasn't been over 620 in a long time. So I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I might have to get a cosigner because my dad would have to cosign for me. And he came up and he was like, yep, I can get it for you. And also, like, there were some things that have happened, like, you know, credit, the anxiety, the fear that we feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to get this. And he was like, yep, here we go. And we did it. And he was like, that was the easiest sell I think that might be the easiest sell I've ever had. I didn't have to try to Jew him down. So my dad would call it, sorry, anybody that I don't want to offend anybody, if that's what he would call it, Jewing. Sorry, I didn't realize it was like, but anyway, it was so easy. And he told me what I need to get. I went back to work. I got all my stuff together. I went back there after, boom, bang, that was done. David's son came and got my old truck because he, you know, so I could drive home in my new car. It was so easy, you guys. So then another thing. So I was connected. I was in flow. Here's an example of when you're not in flow, right? So last week, Izzy lost her phone. And I'm sure anybody that works with me, you've heard me tell this story. Or said, she lost her phone. My daughter lost her freaking phone. We can't find it anywhere. I was flipping out. Like, I was not in a good mood last week. I mean, really, I was worried. I was like, I just was like, I was not connected. I was not in ease and flow because guess what happened when I became in ease and flow? On Friday, I took the day off and I got in alignment that morning of like releasing all the 6 things that we do in the 6 steps to empowerment that you can learn more about in RYS. And if you'd like to learn more about that, then let me know and I'll do a live on it. But we learn how to implement them, and every morning, that's how we get into alignment, which is what you'll learn in RYS. I have to keep that as a result, because that's what you will learn how to do, is to get into alignment every morning. All right, so Friday, when I did that, guess what? I got on Boost, because that's what we get through. I could upgrade her phone. It was $10, so she got a new phone, and it was here on Saturday. How fucking easy was that? It was easy. So easy. So this is what life looks like the contrast, okay? All right. When you're in flow, when you're not. When you're connected, when you're not. When you're attached to everything, when you're worrying about things, when you're stressed, when things don't look the way we want them to, and we're mad about that, that's what happens is we aren't, So let's go to chakras. Let's get this. I know I don't want these to be, let me see what time it is real quick. Okay. Yes, I want to hurry up. So here we go. Ready? I know I've been chatting with you. So chakras. I want you guys to go ahead, get wherever you're at. Make sure you have at least 10 minutes to do this, and I will cut this part out so you guys, anybody that wants to come back and do this, I'll put the timestamp. I want you, just close your eyes, make sure you have 10 minutes to do this, because what we're going to do is we're going to go up through your chakras in a whole different way than I've ever taught it before, and I'm so excited. So the chakras are the color of the rainbow, okay? And anybody that's just getting into this, it can seem a little crazy. Like, how do we have energy centers? Like, what? You don't even see these. Like, what are you talking about colors? That's how I felt, okay? And remember, so here they are, okay? So we have the root. I'm just going to do a lesson here. We have the root, we have the sacral, we have the solar plexus, we have the heart, we have throat, third eye, and the crown, okay? So red, orange, and I'm going to tell you the colors when we're doing it, okay? So let's close our eyes. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. If you want, I'm going to sit like this. I usually don't, but I'm going to. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Put your chest out. And I also have crystals over here, by the way. This is also when I like to, I have this one from the Mindful Souls box. This is red jasper. And then I have, I'm putting all the chakra stones on this little glass thing right here. So you can do that if you want. You don't have to put all of them on there, but just whatever you have, which I think I'm just going to do this. We'll just do this. So take another deep breath in, holding one of your chakra or one of your crystals that you have. I'll go ahead and invite everybody that let's see here. Just to let you guys know that I'm on over here. Oh, there's Sarah. Let me get Sarah. There she is. Before I get into this, because this is really cool, you guys. Like, I'm really excited to share this with you guys. We'll do stuff. And okay, so go ahead and take a deep breath. You guys just put your feet on the ground, or if you have if you're cross-legged, here, we're gonna go ahead and get Cassie. Okay, so I'm just gonna take you up through this again, 10 minutes, and it's just us going up through our chakras in an amazing way. All right, here we go. So take a deep breath. And what we're doing is we're just calming our nervous system. We're getting into the present moment. So take a deep breath in. Listen to my voice. Listen to the birds. Feel the support underneath you. And just take the biggest breath you've taken all week long. You're calling back your power. And you're just present. And you're not thinking about anything else. I want you to think of a river of water, like a creek. Maybe it's a flowing water. That's what we want to think about right now. I want you to visualize that in your mind, of seeing that flowing creek with rocks in it, maybe some fish. I don't know, what do you see in that river? It's just flowing effortlessly with ease. There's a couple boulders in the way, but it just kind of goes around it, right? It just moves around anything that is in its path. And having your spine straight up and down. And so as you were visualizing that river, you weren't thinking about anything other than that river. Any other noise that you heard or any self-talk of this is weird, this is stupid, like that's ego, that's fear, that is saying, hey, like your ego doesn't want you to become aware of it. So just sitting, getting present. What do you hear? What do you smell? Going in through our senses, we're shifting out of the thinking mind into the sensing mind. I want you to sense and feel with your body. And grounding. And so just feeling the support underneath you. And when you feel more relaxed, you can take another, as you inhale again, when you exhale, relaxing deeper. You can even exhale all of the negative energy from the last week or so, whenever it was the last time you did this. And when you're a little bit more relaxed, I want you to imagine you're standing in front of a black and white cardboard cutout of your own body. And there's an empty circle where each chakra should be. And I want you to see yourself picking up a bright red crown. And you're just visualizing this in your mind. Picking up a bright red crown and boldly color in the area of your root chakra at your tailbone. So you're going to color in that circle right there at the root chakra. At your tailbone, as you do this, I want you to feel how strong, stable, and safe your root chakra is. And this is just a balancing and alignment. We're just going up through all the chakras. Remember this. This is the intention of healing this part. So just placing your attention, visualizing in your mind of you coloring red on that area of that black and white cutout of your body. And just notice any thoughts or any memories or any feelings, any things when I say, what is your fear? What are you scared of happening? What are you scared of not happening? And what would it mean for you to surrender? What are you trying to control that is out of your control? What would it mean for you to just let it go and come back to what you are in control of? And coloring that circle red is one thing you're in control of. Visualizing this is one thing you're in control of. And now I want you to see yourself using a bright orange crown. So go ahead and put the red crown up, and I want you to grab an orange crown to sensually color in your sacral chakra in the center of your pelvis. It's about an inch or two under your belly button, like at your womb. And as you color this orange, I want you to feel joyful. Like, what is something that brings you joy? Is it coloring? And right now that's what you're doing. Or what brings you joy? When you go get your nails done? When you go to the beach? Like, that's joy for me. Playing with my kids. Spending time with my family. Think of something that brings you joy. And playful. When are you playful? Have you been playful lately? Are you not? Are you feeling creatively blocked right now? Are you not able to harness in or channel that feminine energy? And in the root chakra, that masculine energy is very dominant there, right? It actually goes into all the rest of our chakras as well, but really balancing out the root and the sacral, the masculine and the feminine energies of just saying, how have I not been playful? Where am I too serious? Where am I being too serious in my life? Like, where there's just no joking around. How can we make that a little bit less serious? Like, just a little less serious and lighten up the energy. And so now I want you to put that orange crown down. We're going to pick up a bright yellow crown. And I want you to see yourself confidently coloring in your solar plexus chakra in your upper abdomen. So a couple inches above your abdomen, your navel, sorry. And as you color it yellow, feel the power and energy that radiates from your core. You can feel like we called our power back. You can call it back right now. But where are you doubting yourself? Where are you doubting your brilliance? Where are you judging and criticizing other people for things that, you really triggers you, or that you feel is not being, is not realistic? How can we bring our power back into what we are doing and placing the focus on ourselves and the way that we show up in the world? Is it with confidence, knowing, or is it with doubt and questioning all the time, second guessing? So just feel what that feels like. And now I want you to set that yellow crown down, and I want you to pick up a green one. grab a glowing green crown and gently color in your heart chakra in the center of your chest. And I will even ask you to also pick up a pink crown. With the heart chakra for me, and it's not really written in this meditation, I don't care, bring in that pink. That pink is for self-compassion. So for the lower half of that circle, we're going to color it pink because we have to love ourselves before we can love other people and grow. We have to trust ourselves before we can trust other people. We have to believe in ourselves before we can believe in other people. We also have to sit with that inner child and become friends with her. We have to meet, nurture, and befriend her. Like she is us. We have to love her. So doing that work in the lower half of that chakra, the lower chakra. And once we've done that, so, for this, where are you being more self-critical? You're criticizing your ability to be a mother, be a good person, or at your job. Where are you doubting your ability, but also the love, like where you're holding resentment, anger towards yourself? Because that's going to help us then move up into the green upper chakra of growth. And so coloring that half with green, where you can start to mix it in, because this is something we're always doing. It's not like we do this once and then it's over and we're just all good. No, this is a new way of existing and operating in the world. And so it is forgiving, self-forgiveness, and then forgiving others, and doing those practices of how can I love myself more in this moment so I can have compassion for myself, feel compassion, and then feel it for other people as well. Ourselves, though, is always the goal. Like that's the starting point, is feeling that for ourselves. And then we can put those two crowns down when we're done with that. And again, this is just kind of an intro. This is a quick run through of your chakras. We will definitely go back to do deeper work in each one of them, but this is just the beginning. This is just whatever comes in for you. So now we're going to use a bright blue crown to color in our throat chakra. So as you color the blue, color it in. I want you to feel how authentic, pure, and purposeful your throat chakra is. Think of a time when you felt truly authentic. Who is it? Maybe around a certain person where you can just be who you are. There's no masks you have to wear. There's no expectations you have to meet. What does that feel like to be authentic, authentically you? What does it feel like to feel purposeful, as if you are contributing in some way? What does that feel like for you? Think of a time when you felt that way. And this is just to be real with ourselves. And then we're going to put that crown down. We're going to pick up the indigo crown. So this is kind of like a dark purple bluish color, and it's of the third eye. So we're going to start to color in that circle between our brows on that black and white cutout board of ourselves that we are visualizing. And we can do this in real life as well. This is actually a really good exercise to do for anyone that isn't quite there yet with visualization. Perfectly fine. And so as you color that in with that indigo color, I want you to feel how intuitive and wise your brow chakra is. When have you felt something was off in your life? Like in a room, you go into a room and it's like something's off, or your intuition tells you if you got maybe an opportunity or someone, like just think back to that time when you felt intuitive. You had an inner knowing that you couldn't explain. And just think about how that felt. Going back to that time of your life. And let's take a deep breath here just before we end this with the crown chakra. And just making sure we're inside of our bodies and our mind is focused on one thing. And this is on the crown you're picking up next, which is the light purple. Or the white crown. So you can do light purple or white. Which one do you go to? Or silver. Silver is also a crown chakra color. And since the crown isn't really, it's not like the other chakras that are connected to our spine. The crown is like a funnel, it's going up to source. It's going up, it's above our head. And we're going to draw lines up and down our spinal column, like channel. So the top of our spinal column, the accessible lobe, where on the back of our neck, we're going to, the crown chakra, because that energy runs up and down our spine. So the crown chakra goes up to source. And so we're going to just visualize drawing lines up and down our spinal channel and then filling our body with infinite energy, feeling of oneness. Think of a time when you were with a group of people or your friends or your friends, or like you feel like we're all one. Each other, we're going through the same things. You're not feeling separate. You're feeling like you belong. Go back to a time when you felt like that. And if you have trouble going back to that, then this is a chakra to work on, of feeling that oneness, that divine oneness, or that belonging, or that also that knowing of there is something bigger than this, right? Connected to that, or else I wouldn't be feeling your energy right now. I have a burst of energy, and it's because that is what energy healing is. I feel it within my body, which is what we're going to do next. So I want you to allow this energy to continue to flow. And when you feel ready, just open your eyes. Oh man, why didn't I see that? So feeling that energy, now that we have all of those opened up, I want to kind of help you. Let's see if we can feel that energy coming out, right? All right, so this is going to be a chakra exploration. I want to show you guys right here. See how the chakras, I'm going to add this to my workbook, but do you see how you guys can see that? You see how the crown goes straight up? Each chakra is connected to the spine, and then we have one that goes out this way, and then we have one that goes out back, okay? And so, but our crown chakra, just like I said, that one on top of our head, is unique. It resides off the body and is directly connected to the divine. This means that your highest chakra has only one upward vortex to source energy. So you guys know in our meditations or in our energy sessions, we always connect to something, to our higher self or whatever, right? Through our crown. I'm always that central axis, and this is a truth for me. This is my truth. This is true, and science proves it. That's why I love this book, because it's so like the scientific, practical part, and then the energetic part. It is when I started studying this, and why I'm just so amazed by it is that it's so it requires us to slow down. It requires us to do things with ease. It requires that. That's what it requires of us. That's it. For us to be ourselves, and then that's when it's activated. So when it was so easy to buy my car, when it was so easy for me to buy that purse and that dress that I told you guys about in the beginning, but when I went to buy my car, it was so easy. The whole process was so easy because I was trusting and surrendering to something bigger than me. My higher self, God, source, the divine, the universe. There is something bigger than me that if we tap into it, it will guide us. It will be okay. And we just have to trust that. And so here we go. I want you to just rub your hands together. And if this is not new for you, and we just did that I've never done that before. That was brand new. Who is on here? Hi, Darla. Hi. I think with Father's Day, everybody's doing stuff. It's okay. I just did a meditation, like, that is so different I've ever done. It's really cool. You'll have to go back. I'm going to take out, like, just the meditation and post it back up here. But it was about visualizing a cutout of ourselves, and then there's circles where our chakras are, and then we visualize taking a crown and coloring in those circles. Isn't that fun? And so that opened up each one of our chakras, and now we're going to feel them. So you can do this if you want to lie down on your back. You can do that if you'd like. That's what it does direct. That's what she does direct us to do. But we're just going to feel our chakras, and I'm just going to, if you've never done this before, that's what I want to help you do. So rub your hands together and then clap a few times. All right, rub your hands, clap like 3 times or whatever. You're just activating the energy in your hands. All right, or you're also placing your attention and your intention on your hands. So you're gonna direct energy out of them. So I want you to close your eyes to be more kinesthetically aware, meaning to be more in your body. That's why we close our eyes. Okay. To become more aware, and place your right hand above the area of your root chakra, which is your root chakra is at your tailbone. All right. And actually the root chakra, like the front goes down. So like Darla, if you're still on here, if you can see where the root chakra, if you can see that, I don't know, but it had like the front goes down a little bit, the back goes down a little bit. Cause I've always we're grounding, right? It's connecting us with the earth. It's not like the crown that goes straight up, but it does, it's like a big triangle type thing. So the lowest part of your groin. So start with your hand about 1 foot away from the body. So your right hand, and then very slowly, so put your hand about 1 foot away from the body, and then very slowly move it closer. And you're going to feel some cushiony energy is what I call it. Like cushiony energy. So like right here, or you might feel prickle, like tingles in your hand, or let's see, what is she saying here? Feels maybe a little energetically charged, like tiny prickles, and for others it's just soft and spongy. All right, you're just gonna feel into it and get curious. So just be curious about it. Like maybe your hand, like my hand, gets hot, like it starts to heat up. Right, that's what happens for mine. And so then ask yourself, like, let's ask ourselves questions like, how far away from my body do I begin to feel my chakra energy? So maybe it's way out. What we're doing here is we're expanding our energetic field. So it could start like right here, right today. And then the more that you do these practices and you make this a way of life, it'll expand. The more that you feel safe and be like a place of belonging and oneness, and nobody's going to take your rain on your parade all the time, if that's what you're afraid of, then it starts to expand and you start to be able to hold a larger diameter space, right, of energy, and you know where you end and someone else begins. Okay. The second question is like, what are its qualities? What does it feel like? That's what we kind of talked about. What does it feel like? And let's even go into our para senses, or the intuitive senses of like, what memories come up when you're down in the root chakra? What color, do you immediately see the red color? Do you see a different color? What words? What idea? Like this is us receiving information through our intuition, right? In the divine, through divine information. And this is within the chakra. So this is our energy, and our energy is created by our thoughts, right? Like and thoughts emit energy, and then also we're taking on energy from other people, right? But like that is how our body, that's how, as living on this earth, if we did not have a brain or a mind, we wouldn't be able to do this. Okay? It's needed. Okay? We have to have our brain, but it emits an energy, and that energy is either gets stuck in our body or it's out in the, Darla, I know you're on here. I know you know all this. So but it's really good to think about the way your energy field, the health of your energy field is the experiences you have of your life. Okay? So 3 is like, is the energy spongy, prickly, warm, something else entirely? Just feel into it. And if you're like, I don't feel anything, that's okay. All right? You're not in the beginning, because our bodies have been desensitized to be able to feel energy, or our logical brain, the logical side of our brain in the 3D world has made us believe that there's always an explanation for, like static electricity. If energy didn't exist, there is no way we could have static electricity, or like, our clothes stick together. Nothing would, like, that's what's amazing, so funny to me is like static, like when we have static, that's proof that we are energy. Okay. 5, then repeat this process now for each of the following chakras. So now let's move our hand up to the sacral, which is right over our pelvis. All right, just do that. And when I do a session with you, I'll go from the front and the back. That's what I did. That's what I've been doing the last like couple weeks of sessions I've done, is like I'll go in the back and I'll put my hand on the front and the back. That's why I like to have my massage table at work, so I can go like up under it, because then I feel both sides of the chakra. Okay. And you can also do like with crystals and stuff for this. This is why you can have the shot, like, so this is a root. We could do this for the root, and I can put this down here, like, just so it can be working as I'm doing this. And then for the sacral, I have this red jasper, like you can put that there, like all the things. But we're feeling, I want you guys to explore and see how this feels for you. So then going up over the solar plexus, which is over the solar plexus, like just below where the ribs begin to part. So I say it's like an inch or so above the navel, you can start to kind of feel that. And like for me, I'm in, your hand might even start to go like this, because that, we want it to be doing that, right? We want it to be flowing and spinning. I like to hear you talk, even if I know what you're saying, because it's always good to hear it again and again. Oh, I love you. I know. I wanted to call you the other day, and I need to call you today. Definitely, so much. Definitely need to call you today. Or you call me or something. So whatever we do. So let's go up to the heart. So in the center of the chest, right? So, and like in the meditation, I got it in the book, and here she only says green, but you guys know I love to acknowledge the lower side, the lower heart and the upper heart, right? Like, because we have to acknowledge our love for ourselves. We have to acknowledge that first. Matter of fact, I don't think I'm like even going to put a pink underneath this one, Darla. That's what I'm going to do. Underneath this heart. Like, on my thing. Because I feel like that's such an important one. It's like, it might just be one of the most important ones. And Darla, what just came to me was the reason what I feel like I need to talk to you. And so, because we haven't done an event. We did events last summer, and we would see each other and be able to work together. And this summer we haven't, and I miss you. But I'm going to do July 8th, I think, at the fairgrounds. Oh, you got a new number? Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you for giving that to me. Anyway. All right, moving on here to the heart. Let's finish this. Nikki, talking to myself. I don't care. Whatever. It's my page. I can do what I want. Let's go up to the heart. So then the green, the top heart. And this is just, and if you're not able to do this yet, or you don't feel, because it took me a while to do this, to feel the energy. It's really to acknowledge it, like it's there. You can just visualize a glowing, pink and green light coming from your heart. And you can draw this out too. If you're someone who needs to touch things and draw them, you can draw your body and then, color in the chakras. You can, same thing with cord cutting. If you need to visually see it, you can draw yourself and draw someone else, draw the cords, and then if you're cutting them or dissolving them or nurturing them, whatever, you just draw it. Okay? All right. Then the throat, right? It's the center of the throat. So how far? So like I feel mine. So I'll like out here, I don't feel any. So then as we bring it in, so even asking, so like right there. And you trust wherever you stop. Honestly, your body body knows. Your arm is even. If you've never looked into energy muscle testing, look into it, okay? Because that's what we're doing. Like, honestly, our body knows when things are not right, when they are. All right, the brow, going up to the brow, so the center of the forehead. So just between the eyebrows. So you do it there, right? And then the crown is just above the center. So you put your hand, so it's up here. That's where it's at, okay? And so if you can repeat the process again with your left hand to see if it feels different from the right. Make sure you clap and rub your hands a few times before repeating the process. And now just kind of ending this process, right? We're not doing this. We're going to just close it down, or you can keep on doing it. Have fun with this, all right? So let's wrap things up. I didn't want it to be this long, but it's okay. Whatever. I'm going to be editing it and things and cutting things out. But the point is here, how are you weaving these practices into your daily life? And this is what this is for. Let me know, what is it that you need? What is it that what are your questions? What are your struggles right now? What are your frustrations? What do you not what do you feel resistance with? Like, be honest. And I want to share that this past week, I did a training Wednesday night, and it was about the 3 things that I do and that I've done and that I continue to do to stay as connected as I can during the day amongst other people. And that was Wednesday night. Well, my best friend, she made a comment of because of well, first of all, it doesn't matter what's going on for her, but she made a comment of, it's interesting that people are healed and then they want to make money from it, because I said something about making money. And I'm sharing this with you guys to show you what I'm talking about, because right there, all right, her just making that one comment, what that did on an energetic level is that was what that statement, making money with my purpose, and I wasn't totally it just came out that way. I'm going to talk more about that. You think you guys know that? I'm not meaning find how you can help people and then charge no, that is the limiting thoughts and beliefs I've had to work through so I can start to earn what I'm worth, right? Or to start to receive too. I have to be open to receive. There's so many things, so many layers of that we will get into as far as earning more money in our life and seeing more abundance and experiencing it. Anyway, what that did, yes, it triggered me, it triggered her. Then she was like, I'm sorry, we talked, we're good, but I don't care. As a coach, I'm like, yes, let's get into it, because that brought up in her awareness a specific situation that's going on in her life right now. That is, and so this is an example of that being a block to her abundance, because she associates that with this situation that would be something I would work with her on and coach her on whenever she's ready to do that. I really love that it happened. And this is what I mean about paying attention to what happens. What's the drama happening in your life? Pay attention, being mindful and being aware that, hey, I am not my body, I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my emotions, and I'm here for a purpose, and let's go above to look down. Let's get a bird's eye view of the situation. That is really what my coaching, what it does. Soul care and mindset coaching. Where are your thoughts keeping you stuck? And in the situations in your life that you're stewing on, or that you're not aware of your power and control in that situation, because that's keeping you from being in alignment with your true essence. Okay? That's what I'm here to help you do. And how I want to help you do that even more is, so June 26th is when we're going to start. I'm going to do that 5-day emotional empowerment retreat that I talked about last month. I'm going to do it. We're going to do it because I want to do what I say I'm going to do. And I know these are 5 things you're going to have to know how to, you're going to use them for the rest of your life. And these are things that I do that help me stay in flow. And when I get knocked off, I use these tools to get back in and reconnected with my true essence and my soul, right? And it's through our emotions that we create, and that it's through our emotions. That's energy. It's literally energy healing is emotional empowerment. That's, call it what you want, but that is how we know. Like, it's just amazing. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. It's June 26th, 7 o'clock every single night on a Zoom. We're going to do Zoom. I want to coach. I want to help you guys get to the place you want to get, but even more so, I want you to feel confident to go out and use these tools and even teach them to other people, you know, or whatever. Like, I want that. And we'll be using some Reiki, and of course with the chakras, like just these 5 things that that I do. And I don't know, there might be done somewhere else, but I don't know. They help me, and I love you guys, and I want you to be like in your power every day and know how to get back when you're not. So, all right. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.